practice than the pathologist. I think you people, all of us know about this. A roaring practice. And because what kind of reports they generate, God alone knows, but the kind of practice they have is superb. Now, this particular matter is already seized with the Bombay High Court, and Bombay High Court has, as of now, prevented them from independently signing reports. The Bombay High Court has said that you all can conduct a test, but these tests will be conducted under the supervision of a MD pathologist, and all signatures concerned has got to be done. The final signature that have got to be done has got to be done by a MD pathologist. Now, what is the meaning of this, and what is the reading between the lines? You've got to understand reading between the lines. Now, the reason why the Bombay High Court has passed this kind of an interim order, mind you, this case has not been finally decided, it's an interim order, is because when it comes to treating a patient can be done only by a person who is a registered medical practitioner. I'm repeating, there is something known as Maharashtra Medical Practitioners Act. And as per the provisions of the Maharashtra Medical Practitioners Act, a person can treat a patient provided this particular person is registered with the appropriate authority. And the appropriate authority, as far as we are concerned, allopathists are concerned, is the Maharashtra Medical Council or the Medical Council of India. Now, then why is it that the CMLT, DMLT fellow cannot sign the report? The answer is very simple. Pathologist, when he signs a report, when he generates a report and he signs a report, is also treating a patient. Remember this, huh? Now, this particular fact nobody knows. We feel that we are from the allied branch and we don't treat the patient. That is not true. Pathologist is as much treating the patient as the clinician, because there are so many reports that are totally banking on the pathologist's reports. For example, there might be a patient who is in hyperglycemic coma, or he may be in a hypoglycemic coma. It is only the pathologist that tells us exactly where we are. So the contribution given by the pathologist is as important as any other clinician, and that is why pathologists also are considered to be the persons who are actively treating the patient. So, who can treat the patient? A patient can be treated only by a registered medical practitioner. The person has got to be registered with the medical council, and a person who is CMLT and DMLT can never be registered with the medical council. Therefore, they can never treat a patient, and therefore they have got no business to sign reports. That is how the understanding is, the arguments are going to go, and that is so correct. So, they just assist you in conducting the studies. You have to finally sign. Now, of late, a very wrong practice has been adopted. You know, there is one pathologist, and there are some 25 laboratories that he just jumps. Goes, signs, goes, signs. It is acceptable. If at all he goes and signs, it is acceptable. But what he does is, he signs the reports and keeps. And the CMLT, DMLT fellow just types on that report. I think that is something which is not correct. That should not be practiced. If at all you are going to multiple places to sign, it is all right. You are signing at your own risk. But make it a point to see that there are certain norms laid down. At least go to the place, verify whether they have an infrastructure that is required to run the reports. You know, all kinds of reporting is done, and the infrastructure is practically zero, which is something which is very wrong. Many times we are responsible for the mess that we are in. And these particular things are happening in Bombay in multiple places, which is something which should not be encouraged. Now I come to the last issue. I think the last issue will be the most interesting issue. Kokilaben Ambani is sending checks. Why should I not? And I'm going to tell you how to do it without a problem. Because that is what most of the people were saying. Sir, you show us a way out. We don't want to be in trouble. Okay. Now, all this issue started with a problem that you people know, which came in the newspapers. There was a person on whom a CT scan was done. This happened in Pune, very close to Bombay. This will be last, then I'll stop. It happened in Pune. The patient was sent for a CT scan by one doctor known as Dr. Bavaskar. Bavaskar's name I will take because he is the Harishchandra here, you know, Raja Harishchandra. Huh? So Bavaskar sent the patient, the CT scan was done, and subsequently the center sent a check to Bavaskar of 1,200 rupees. Bavaskar, Raja Harishchandra, he said that I don't want the check. He sent the check back to the center. The center does both histopathology, biochemistry, X-rays, CTs, ultrasounds. It's a poly center, where everything is done. And then Bavaskar told the center, don't give me the check, you send it to the patient if you want. So the center sent the check to the patient and said that it was a discount that we are giving you. The patient encashed the check. Then what Bavaskar did, he filed a complaint in the Maharashtra Medical Council against the center and said, this center is resorting to unfair practices, resorting to unethical practices, take action against the center. And the Maharashtra Medical Council promptly issued a notice to the center. Well, on the first day, the center person, manager, and the owner of the son of the owner, attended the Maharashtra Medical Council, got a very bad pasting. Well, didn't know what to do, came back. The owner of this particular center happens to be my classmate. We were together in the same class, right from first MBBS till MD. He went in for radiology, I went in for gynecology. That was the only difference. Well, my surname starts from S. His surname also starts from S. We were in the same batch, same group, together for the past 10 years. So he came and sat in my office and he said, Gopi, you have to solve the problem. I said, all right, I'll solve the problem. I took up the case. And this particular case was agitated before the Maharashtra Medical Council. And the only issue, I'm on the issue of how you can also do it without problems. That is the issue. So I sat in front of the Maharashtra Medical Council, and the only issue I raised was Maharashtra Medical Council has got no jurisdiction over this particular center, which is a private limited company. This particular center that I'm speaking of, it was a private limited company, and private limited companies are not within the jurisdiction of the Maharashtra Medical Council, and that was the issue that I took up. I told Maharashtra Medical Council, if at all you have jurisdiction to adjudicate upon this particular problem, let's go ahead. But if at all you have no jurisdiction to adjudicate upon this problem, then there is no reason why you should open the file. You close the file and give him the liberty to go wherever he wants to, maybe to the company law board, wherever you want to go, you go, but not here. This is the wrong place. The reasoning I gave was, Maharashtra Medical Council what action can they take? They can temporarily remove your name from the register, they can permanently remove your name from the register, or they can warn you. And if at all the Maharashtra Medical Council removes your name from the register, you will not be able to practice, because as professionals, we have got to be registered with the appropriate authority in order to practice. Anywhere in the world, all professionals. For example, if I am a medical practitioner, I've got to get myself registered with the Maharashtra Medical Council or whatever the state medical council. If I am a lawyer, I've got to be registered with the Bar Council. If I'm an architect, I've got to be registered with their council. All of us professionals have got to be registered, and only after we are registered, we are able to practice. So what I told the medical council was, this particular medical center, which is the private limited company, is not registered with you. So therefore, what action can you take against them? You can not warn them. Nothing will happen. If at all you want to remove their name temporarily from the register, you can't do it because their name is not on the register. So what can you do? If at all you want to permanently remove their name from the register, you can't do it because their name is not there on the register at all. So you have no jurisdiction over a private limited company, and this particular act that has been done by a private limited company and not by any individual. The second explanation I gave to the court is, this particular action of giving a discount, the word that we put was not a kickback, that was not the word that we used. The word that we used in the courts were giving a discount. This particular act of giving a discount is absolutely legal when it comes to a private limited company. A private limited company can appoint agents. A private limited company can appoint agencies. A private limited company can give discounts. A private limited company can give incentives to their agents. Private limited company can give commission to their agents. Everything is possible with a private limited company, and this particular act that this particular private limited company is doing is not an illegal act. On the contrary, the Companies Act permits such an activity. So what wrong has this particular medical center done so that you are going to take action? The second question that came up before the medical council was, For the acts of the company, can its doctor who happens to be on the board, can he be taken task of? That was the second issue. And here there's a very important case law which goes by the name of Solomon versus Solomon and Company, wherein it is said that for the acts of the company, if at all it is a civil wrong, the directors of the company cannot be made accountable. If at all it's a criminal wrong, yes, the directors can be made accountable. But if at all it's a civil wrong, then the directors cannot be held accountable. For a civil wrong, it is only going to be the company who is going to face the consequences. Therefore, the doctors who happen to be on the board of directors, who happen to be the board of directors in this particular company, cannot be taken task to. That was the second explanation. But somehow, the Maharashtra Medical Council did not listen. You know, sometimes a lot of other factors work. They said, no, we are going to take action. So I said, you pass an order on this limited issue that you have jurisdiction. And the Maharashtra Medical Council passed an order saying that they have jurisdiction. The very next day, we moved the High Court. And on the very first day, the High Court stayed the order. The very first day. The best part, ladies and gentlemen, comes now. What I'm going to tell you now is the best part. Exactly 3 days after the Bombay High Court stayed this particular order of the Maharashtra Medical Council, there was a notification issued by the Medical Council of India, Delhi. And this notification was, all state medical councils have jurisdiction only on individual registered medical practitioners. Whatever I have been saying, the Medical Council of India, after 3 days of High Court staying the order, they came out with a notification saying that this cannot be done. And you know why Medical Council of India came out with this kind of a notification? There's a small history behind it, and after that I will stop. The history is, the history is, IMA headquarters Delhi, they endorsed Tropicana juice. Do you know this? Tropicana juice was endorsed by IMA headquarters. The moment this particular endorsement took place, IMA headquarters got a huge amount of money. I think 1.5 crores or something was paid as endorsement fees. Again, there was a Raja Harishchandra there also. And this IMA, Raja Harishchandra was from the south, somebody from Kerala. He lodged a complaint saying that this is unethical practice. And the matter started with Medical Council of Delhi, subsequently went to Medical Council of India, and Medical Council of India suspended the president and the secretary of IMA headquarters from practicing for 6 months, and the managing committee, all of them were warned for having endorsed Tropicana. The moment the secretary and the president of IMA headquarters was suspended, they directly went to the Delhi High Court and they got a stay. And subsequently, the matter went into litigation. They realized what mistake they had done. And that is how MCI subsequently came out with a notification saying that the medical councils have got no jurisdiction over associations or organizations or companies. They only have jurisdiction over individual registered medical practitioners, individual doctors, provided they are registered with the council. Those doctors who are not registered with the council, medical councils cannot do anything to them. So what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, if at all you want to give kickbacks, if at all you want to give discounts, let's use the word discounts, or referral fees. I think that is a better word. If at all, what you have to do is simply open up a private limited company. It takes 10 days and 5,000 rupees. And do what you want. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.